Hello there everyone and welcome back to another series of Spooky Coaster of the Week. Now I hope you all enjoyed last year's edition of Spooky Coaster of the Week. It was the second series last year and I tried to make it as good as I can, and I actually did, because a lot of you out there were very amazed on the videos I actually created about that series. And you know, a lot of you out there enjoyed the coasters. Some of you thought that the music I added in there was really good and the title sequences as well. However, it is going to change this year. I'm only going to be doing one roller coaster per episode, like I said. But unfortunately, there's only going to be 3 episodes, because today is firstly the 10th of October, and then the second episode is going to be online on the 17th, and then the last one is going to be online on the 24th. So there's only 3 episodes in total this year. You know, it's autumn now, and we're starting to going into the longer nights and the coldest days of the year. But yeah, you know, you never know, there might even be some rather going-ons in the series as well, so make sure you look out for that. You never know, there might even be a few scares for all you people out there. Like I said, this is a family-friendly channel. I don't like making really horrible stuff. I really like making enjoyable stuff for all you people out there to watch. So let's get on with the first coaster, shall we? So what coaster are we going to be talking about this week? Now this coaster is called the Creepy Fall. Sorry about that, Creepy Fall. This coaster's called, and this coaster, it's quite a scary one. It's quite quick, but it is the most sickest coaster. You know, the most high sick rating coaster. It's absolutely sick. It's absolutely got 100 out of 100 possible sickness. So this might not be the best ride. So it is actually quite scary as well. So shall we have a look at this thrill data then? Let's do it. So the thrill data for Creepy Fall stands. So the max speed, 73.34 miles per hour. The average speed, 28.95 miles per hour. So that's not the fastest, but the max speed is 73 miles an hour. That's really fast. The time it takes to get around the track, unbelievably, 24 seconds. That's really good. There are 4 drops on this coaster. Thrill rating is 55 out of 100. And the nausea rating, well, obviously 100. So it's not going to be the greatest coaster to go on, but it is quite scary as well. So you are going to really enjoy this one. So without further ado, let's move on to the roller coaster POV of this spooky episode. So there you go then, what a really exciting coaster. It was really good to see, and you know, it was really good with all the fire hoops and the barrel alleys as well. I even added some tunnels as well, which was really good. I really enjoyed this little episode so far. You might have known that, you know, the series might be going off to a good start, but I'm trying to make this as good as I can than last year, because last year I actually added a lot of music and new titles, but this year I'm actually going to do the same. The title sequence is different. It's actually like, you know, I've actually added a little bit of scary music to it this time, with like a little bit of a moon effect with the title. So you know, the title's actually in, you know, the text is actually in the circle, and it's more like a moon shape. So make sure you do check that out. Oh, I got a knock at the door. I don't know. Shall I go answer it? Well, let's find out who's there, shall we? I'm a little bit scared. That's odd. Nobody there. I wonder what it could be. Must be hearing things. Anyway, let's get back down to business. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Coaster of the Week. Hope you're all going to really enjoy this next episode coming up very soon, which will be next Thursday. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And Oh no, the power's gone out. The living salt always messes this up. Don't worry, I'll get things sorted out. I'll see you next Thursday for another episode of Spooky Coaster of the Week. See you later everyone, bye for now. Come on glasses, where are you? I've been looking everywhere for all of these. In here. Oh, this is so frustrating. I don't even know where I put my glasses for once. No, they won't be in here, will they? Not even in here. Not here as well. I can't even believe it. I can't even find my glasses. Oh, hello there everyone. Sorry about what's going on in the background. Unfortunately, I have lost my glasses and I cannot do the series without them. Does anybody know what happened to my glasses? You do? You think somebody scary stole them? What? You think it happened? You think it happened on the night when I finished recording episode 1? Oh, I don't believe it. I do not believe it. How on earth am I going to find my glasses now? Let me think. I wonder who might have took them. A vampire, I guess? A ghost? A zombie? I don't know. Who might have took my glasses? I don't know. But I'm going to still keep looking for them wherever they've got to. But you know, I'm gonna try and do this episode without them, to be honest. So I'll try and do the episode without them. Right. So in this episode, I'm going to talk to you about coaster number 2. Now this coaster is called Vampire Mouse. So let's have a look at this coaster, and I will try and see if I can read everything without my glasses. So the max speed, 42.11 miles per hour. The average speed is 30.67 miles per hour. The time it takes to get around the track is 27 seconds. There are 6 drops on this ride, and there are no inversions. The thrill rating is 51 out of 100, and the nausea is 34 out of 100 as well. I don't know, I'm starting to get a bit scared because my glasses are now gone. I can't believe somebody really scary would have took my glasses on the night I was sleeping after episode 1. But who knows, it might even be a dream, I'm not sure. So without further ado, let's get straight over to the next POV of the series. So there you go, that was Vampire Mouse. What I really liked about this coaster was Huh? What's this? wonder what this is. My glasses, look. They must have appeared on their own. I don't know who stole them, but I'm definitely going to find out who stole my glasses next week in the final episode. I don't know, but you know, if you do know who stole them, please say. So I'll make sure I'll find him next week. So, without further ado, let's get straight back into the reflection of this coaster. So, this coaster went around a few helix drops. It even had some blades in it as well, with some fire hoops and a wall smash as well, which made the coaster look awesome and even spectacular as well. You know, just to make it a bit gentle. You know, it wasn't quite as thrilling, but next week I've got a roller coaster that is going to be the biggest and fastest coaster out of this series of Spooky Coaster of the Week, Series 3. Well, thank you very much for watching this week's episode of Spooky Coaster of the Week. Oh, let's see if these glasses are still okay. Hey, they're okay. I've got my glasses back, nothing's been damaged. I'm still able to see with them on. So, thank you so much for watching Spooky Coaster of the Week. Like I said, I made this series a little bit fun this time, you know, with the with one of the spooky creatures going into my room and then stealing my glasses and that, trying to make it a little bit you know, a little bit funny and scary as well at the same time. That's what I'm trying to do, making it entertaining as well. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this week's episode of Spooky Coaster of the Week. Please stay tuned for the final episode. It's going to be awesome and it's going to be absolutely spooktacular. I really like that one. So until then, I will see you next Thursday for that episode. And yeah, it's bye for now. It's Thursday the 24th of October 2019 and here we are on the final episode of Series 3 of Spooky Coaster of the Week. Now I would like to say a big thanks to each and every one of you who have watched this series so far. I tried to make it as good as I can and yet it was very, very enjoyable, especially with the scenes where my glasses were stolen and that by a scary creature. However, I have managed to get that spooky creature, which I'll tell you about right at the end of the video. You might recognise him from last year because he normally plays around with the video and turns it black and white and that to make me feel a bit scared and that. You might recognise him at some point in this video. But yeah, let's get straight on to the spooktacular roller coaster of 2019. And this coaster is called Pumpkin Rush. Now, this coaster, very big, and it's very thrilling and it's very fast. It's faster than all the other coasters I've actually done throughout the year and beyond. So yeah, let's have a little look at this coaster, shall we? So let's go through the thrill data first. Sorry, I'm losing my lines there a little bit. So Pumpkin Rush has a max speed of 74.21 miles per hour. That is very, very fast. Average speed 27.24 miles per hour. The time it takes to get around the whole entire track is 56 seconds long. There are 8 drops on this ride, no inversions. The thrill rating 78 out of a possible 100, and the nausea rating is a little bit high, 69 out of 100, and that is in the orange zone. So, you've seen 2 awesome roller coasters throughout the past 2 weeks. And this week, you're about to see the third and final roller coaster at its finest yet. So, without further ado, I'll give you a countdown and then we'll begin. 3, 2, 1, let's dispatch that coaster. So there you go Dan, that is literally the end of this year's Spooky Coaster of the Week. I hope you really enjoyed the series and all the new features I've actually added in, including the scenes, the new title effects and the new coasters I've actually designed. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for watching. Like I said, next week, if you've not seen the other Coaster of the Week episodes that are online Thursday, please check them out, they're all in the videos below. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I've actually really enjoyed making this series this year. And last year I actually did a few coasters and they weren't really that scary, but these ones were actually much better than the ones that I did last year. And especially last year I remember doing the scenes when I was in bed and I had a few nightmares. But this year I thought, hang on a minute, let's do a scary creature stealing my glasses, and that's what I actually did. And I can reveal that I was the one that stole my own glasses. I was actually in an old bathrobe and I actually played that character, and he's called the Living Soul. He always does it every single year. He always messes up with the power and then makes the clip go black and white. Oh, really? Oh, he's done it again. Always, every single time when I do a video, he always makes it go black and white to make me feel a bit scared. But I'm not scared of him. He's actually the one that makes the video quite scary throughout the whole experience. So, thank you so much for watching this year's Spooky Coaster of the Week. I hope you enjoyed it. It's going to be back next year for Series 4. Like I said, you never know what might happen. Might be some new coasters. Well, yeah, will definitely be some new coasters. There might be some new scenes. I've done glasses being stolen and me being in bed having nightmares. So, who knows? What could happen next year on Spooky Coaster of the Week? You're going to have to find out next year. So, until then, I will see you next Thursday for the normal episodes of Coaster of the Week. We haven't got long now, we've still got plenty of episodes to come, and like I said, we always end in November. So, thank you very much for watching once again, and I will see you in the next video. See you later everyone, bye for now. Over the next few weeks here on Branthwaite Productions, I'm going to be taking you on a quick behind the scenes tours of how I made this year's Spooky Coaster of the Week Series 3. So, in this episode I'm going to be showing you the actual title I actually made for each of the episodes I did this year. So, without further ado, let's have a little preview of the titles I had made for this series. So there you go, so it's just about 22 seconds long, and you can see here, when you were actually watching the actual titles, you might have noticed that the videos were actually like between 1 to 2 seconds long. Now this is because, the reason I actually made the videos that actual length is because you actually got to listen to the music, because if you don't listen to the music, your videos won't be in time with the actual soundtrack itself. So watch again closely to see how the videos keep up to speed with the music. So I'll play it again. So there you go, so you might have noticed that, like I said, 1 to 2 seconds long, that is a fair amount of time, because, the music, when it's playing, it's actually quite quick, this soundtrack I actually chose for the actual titles itself. So I'm going to go through each of the clips I actually decided to do. Some are new that I created this year, some are old from last year's series. So yeah, let's get started. So let's have a look at this clip, for example. This here is a clip of the Living Soul. So you can just see here, if you can't see it, there is the Living Soul hiding in one of the other rooms in my house. So what I did was I dressed up in an old bathrobe or dressing gown, and I actually then played that character. And you can actually see here I've actually also made the video black and white. Now this is actually to make it a little bit more scary, and I've also slowed the actual speed down as well. So what I actually did was I actually then slowed it down to 0.15, which was a very, very slow speed. And yeah, it was like, it's just, getting the character, if I had it on normal speed, then the character would be walking really quickly towards the camera. So what I actually thought I did was to slow it down to give it a little bit of a scary impression of the character. So yeah, that's what I actually did, because you got to make it slow down, because otherwise if you made it too quick, then the video would go up in a bit of a failure. So yeah, that's what I actually did for the very start of the titles. So moving on to the next bit, it's just like using previous roller coasters. You can see here there's actually one that I actually did last year as well. Just to give the titles to expect what the series is going to be about. So that's what I actually did last year. And you can also see I actually added one of the bedroom scenes where I actually was in bed, had nightmares. So that was me, trying to get up. But you might not be able to see it because I actually made this clip black and white. If you don't know how to make a clip black and white, this is what I actually did. I actually put it on -100, -100, and then I actually set it to a Walking Dead style theme. If I go into advanced, and if I go through the other options, you can see I actually set the vibrance to -100. So if I actually then go 100, you can see it's actually a little bit colourful still. So if I actually turn it all the way down, you can actually see it's still black and white. And I'll just quickly go through some of the other options if I've either done them. Haven't used any lighting. HSLs I don't bother to use. And yeah, what I actually also did, nothing happens on this bit. I think that's for the actual titles itself. But yeah, what I actually did was I actually used the vibrance and then messed around with the temperatures. You can see here, if I was actually change these colours, then it would actually come back. And if I actually changed the colour, then you get the colours back. So let's just change those back all the way down to -100, and then there you go, the clip is black and white, and I'll cancel those changes because I'm not going to be editing that clip. Same again, I've actually used a few more other coasters I did over the years, just to make it a little bit a little bit more exciting for the video. And you can see here I actually also added a scene of myself talking in front of the camera from one of last year's episodes. I didn't have sound on it because the music was playing, so I actually then did a clip and I sped it up a little bit, just to make it a little bit more exciting. And then you can see here, then I actually added a clip of myself getting out of bed after that horrible nightmare because I was actually late for something. It was actually just pretending it wasn't real or anything. It was just like me getting into a panic and then getting out of bed and then rushing to get ready. And then again I had the two final roller coasters in the last bit of the title, just to make it stand out. So yeah, that's the first bit of the title. So moving on to the main part of the title, what I actually created was this sort of glowing effect. So what I actually did was to actually sometimes where you get a background of the screen of the actual opening titles, you can actually make that black if you wanted to. So that's what I actually did. So if I actually show you, if I go through a few of the options which I did, if I can remember, that is. Oh yeah, so what I actually did was, so if I set these back to 0, you can see here I actually changed some of the colours of the title screen so far. So you can see here
I changed that to -100 for the temperature. It makes it a bit cold and dark. And then what I then did was to put the tint up to 100, just to make it like, you can change all different types of colours. You can see here, it's like a bit of a glowing effect as well, just to make it really scary, which I actually did in that video. And you can see here you get some sort of glowing effect. You can see you got a bit of purple, a bit of pink as well, and then the actual title goes in the actual moon itself. So what I'll actually show you some of the other options I actually did as well. So if we go in here, like I said, I talked about the temperature, which I did, and the tint, changed the background a bit. So that's just like, the actual background. So if we go, we haven't used any different, so it just, change some of the colours a bit. Yeah, I changed a bit of the light, and I actually did the highlights down to -100. You can see here, if I actually speed it up, or speed it up to 100, you can see it's actually gone pink. So what I actually did was to keep it in the dark. The whites is also -100. If I go back up again, you can see it actually changes to light pink. So I'm actually going to stick with the dark purple colour, which I really like for my title. So, didn't use any HSL. Yeah, this option we actually used. I have no idea how you pronounce that. And you can see here, you can actually change the actual shapes of your title. So you can see here, if I set this back to 0, that is the amount of, the amount of screen you can actually have. So if I was to put it up to 100, you can actually see the shape inside. This tells you, so every time I put this down, you can see the actual, the colours of the background actually disappear and then turn into black. The size is the actual shape of the title. So you can see here, so I had it on 52, so I'll just change that back. There we go, on 52. You can change the roundness as well, but I didn't have any roundness. I actually wanted to keep it as a some sort of glowing shape. The feather is like, how big you want the outline to be. So if I actually take it back down to 31, you can see how big the outline is now. So the expose, it's just like, giving another outline back to 0. And the highlight, of course, is then, how dark and light you want it to be. So there you go. That's how I actually did that little glowing shape in the middle of the screen. Now I'm gonna go back and tell you about the text. So here we have the text over here, and I think it's set at AR Blanca. I'll just double check. I don't know if it's the right one. Yep, it is. So AR Blanca is the text I used, and of course it is set at 75. And then it's actually centered inside that shape. So there you go. That is really it then for the first part of the behind the scenes tour of Spooky Coaster of the Week Series 3. Next week I'm actually going to be moving on to the actual episodes. Like I said, I'm going to be talking to you how long it did to create them, how I think it went well, and all the different effects I've used in that. So yeah, that's what I'm actually going to be talking about in next week's episode. Thank you very much for watching another video here on Branthwaite Productions, and I will see you in the next video. Hello there everyone, and welcome back to another behind the scenes tour video here on the Branthwaite Productions YouTube channel. Now in this video I'm going to be showing you how I actually did some of the effects of Spooky Coaster of the Week Series 3. And in this video I'm actually going to be showing you a video, or part of the video I did in episode 2. So here I've got the beginning of episode 2. And I'm actually going to be showing you how I actually changed the colours, added some text, just to make it a little bit more scary as the episode went along. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to drag and click and drag this video onto the timeline. So I'm just going to put it all the way to the beginning. So we want to put match to media, and there is the video, and we're going to see how long it actually lasts. So 2 minutes and 54 seconds. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to get rid of the bits I don't want. So just a bit, I'll actually just start to turn off the camera, so use the split tool, get rid of that, and I'll just go back to the beginning. All the way back. And that is when the scene actually starts to begin. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to watch this video, and then I'm actually going to find where I actually managed to change. So I think I know where it is, so I'm just going to go to where I think I actually changed it.
Glasses. Oh, hello there everyone.
So there we go. So when I actually turn the camera, then you can actually see here I'm actually then going to split this clip. So I'm going to use the split tool. That clip is now splitted. So what I'm actually going to do now is I'm actually going to count 10 seconds. So you can actually now see it's actually on 37 seconds, and I want it to be 47 seconds. So we're just going to count 10 seconds.
Sorry about what is going on in the background. Unfortunately, I have lost my glasses and I cannot do the series without them.
So there we go. So that is 47 seconds. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to split that clip again. Now, some of you might be wondering, why are you actually splitting the clips? And in episode 2, you know, after the living soul managed to steal Jamie's glasses, well, my glasses, I actually decided to make the story a little bit scary, so colourblind. So every 10 seconds I split the clip up into that, split every single clip into those amount of times, and change the colour for each and every one to make it really scary and dramatic at the same time. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to show you how to change the colour. So I'm going to click on the video, I'm going to go on colour, I'm going to go on to advanced, and then you can see here you've got the temperature and tint, so I could actually then, you know, change the colour, make it a bit darker, even scary at the same time. You can see here you can then change the exposure as well, the brightness, the contrast as well, you know, just to make it really, really scary like I would do. And then you've got the vibrance, you can make it, you know, just mess the clip up a bit. And the saturation is when you actually make it, you know, either black or white as well. And yeah, you can change the lighting as well. So that's what I actually did, just change the colours. So I'll change the colour right now. And then when I go to the next 10 seconds, so currently on 47 seconds, we want to go up to 57. So 57. So we are, so that's 57 seconds. What I then do, split the clip again, and then obviously I then change the colours again, so I can actually make it brighter and darker as well. So if I actually play those sections I've just edited, you can actually see the actual colours being changed. So if I play it right now.
Sorry about what is going on in the background. Unfortunately, I have lost my glasses and I cannot do the series without them.
So you can actually see here every 10 seconds the colour of the clip actually changes. It's actually all in one clip, instead of actually split each of those clips into 10 seconds to make the video more exciting as well. All the colours, you know, flashing on and off every 10 seconds, you know, just to give a point of view that myself is colourblind in the episode I'm actually doing. So what I'm actually then going to do now is I'm actually going to show you how I actually added some text onto the actual episode. So what I actually did was this, if I can remember. So I actually went on to titles, I actually added in some subtitles, and then I chose any preset subtitle I actually wanted.
Does anybody?
So you can see that will come on the screen. So I'm going to go on to advanced. As you can see here, you can actually then edit the text, change the colours, the font, the size. You can make it bold, you can centre it, or place it anywhere you want. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to delete this bottom part of the text, or I'll delete the top of the text. It doesn't matter which one you would delete. So mainly, you can even add some animation as well. So I've actually added a little bit of animation. So if I was to play it now, you actually see the text is actually going to appear.
Does anybody know what happened to my glasses?
So that's the one I actually used, the wavy style. I'm actually going to show you how I actually changed. So I actually used, I think it was that one I actually used. So I can just put anything I want. So I'm actually talking about the glasses in this section. So I could put what has happened to the glasses, question mark, and then I can actually then make the text bigger. So if I just highlight that, I could then go onto the font size and make it as big as I want it to be. So about 100 is a good size, and then I'm going to center it. So when that little blue line appears, that means the actual text is centered. So now I'm going to highlight that. I'm actually going to change the preset of the text. So I actually used this one, so you can see here that is now in the preset form. And then I'm going to actually change, well, I'm not going to change it, I'm actually going to keep it the way how it is, but you can actually change some of the other as well. You can do the alignment, you can actually do a text fill, gradient fill, image fill if you wanted to, the blurriness of this one as well, and you actually add shadows and everything. So that's how I actually literally added some text to the episode, which I actually did. So yeah, there you go. So that is literally it then for this short behind the scenes tour video of Spooky Coast of the Week. If you want to see more videos of this, there's actually going to be another video going online next week. I'm actually going to be talking about, you know, how long it took to edit each episode, record an episode, when I actually did it, why I wanted to do it at that specific time. So yeah, so that's what next week's episode is going to be about. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.